Shalom. Kol holo Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Bahashem, Rahaha Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered throughout the four corners of the globe. My name's Barad Ball, coming to you from the GMS campus, Indianapolis. And to all those listening and learning to you, I say Shalom. Especially to so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians that make up the 12 tribes of Israel. Today, as you can see in the front, Ezekiel 4:13, main point is everything's defiled. And just got a few scriptures I'm going to go over. Short little snippet of a video and maybe a little bit read. And then, just a real quick hit. So as you can see, it says, the Lord said, Yahweh said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread amongst the Gentiles, whether I will drive them. And so get up this morning, of course, and listening to brothers, in the last few weeks or so, speaking, even just watched the Dallas camp Passover. And there's been a big push as to eating healthier, along with, your spirituality, being better physical, spiritually, mentally, and doing it to the best we can, because a lot of the food, whether it be the, meats, the chicken, fish, you find are having, they're having issues with those things. And then of course we try our best to get away from the processed foods, things that are heavy in sodium and things like that. But we find even the things that are considered, whether it be like farm raised or things in which they put on the packaging that'll say that there's no genetically modified organisms or GMOs, we still find that even in the things that are processed supposedly carefully, there's still issues, let alone the things like, the fast foods and the food things that people may indulge in just for those moments of time. So, and you'll get the point, Lord willing. Just to read the scripture again, Ezekiel 4:13, and the Lord said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread amongst the Gentiles, whither I will drive them. And so, as you can see, this was a case. A brother posted a video, and I'm going to just play a small snippet of it. But I'm going to read this article, USA Today. It says, can you still eat Girl Scout cookies? Here's what to know about the risk. Consumers. A lawsuit cites a report from two nonprofits, a science group and holistic parenting group, that found traces of lead and herbicides in Girl Scout cookies. Does that mean we can eat the Thin Mints? And so I'm just going to read just a little bit further. And it says, Girl Scout cookie season is upon us. So we come across this time where, you don't really get these cookies. You can't get them at any time. They actually come out seasonal, and they come out with different brands. And like I said, just recently, I myself, got my hands on a box or two. And because it's not a thing that you actually indulge in all the time. But then they're Girl Scout cookies. So then, of course, you got the kids involved, and there's just this whole joy and, that the world has done as far as the Girl Scouts, and they're selling these cookies and how it supports a good cause. Just throwing it out there, that's just the philosophy or the understanding. And so now where the money goes exactly, the way the world is now, only time will tell. It says, but you may have heard some concerns concerning things about the annual treats, Thin Mints, I'm looking, and then it says, I'm looking at you. Okay. It says, first, a non-peer review study from the found Girl Scout cookies purchased in 3 states contain traces of contaminants known as heavy metals and a widely used herbicide. The study got a lot of attention after the popular podcast host Joe Rogan talked about 2 weeks ago, calling the cookies toxic. And so I'm going to stop there. Now, of course, going back to Ezekiel 4:13, it says, and the Lord said, Yahweh, it says, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whether I drive them. So anything that we get our hands on, because it's by a ruling class, Esau Edom, so-called white man, who actually has his hands on everything. And of course, the earth is actually against him. And so anything that he puts his hand to do, especially in these times, are being shown to the world to be faulty. They cut corners. They don't keep the land Sabbaths. So a lot of the nutrients that you would expect to be in fruits and vegetables aren't there. As you know, you can do a quick search, which the Brotherhood, we did one Bible study, and you've seen that the nutrients in an orange today, compare eating one orange 50 years ago, you would almost have to today eat almost like 15 to 20 oranges, just an example, or apples, in order to get the same nutrients from an orange 50 years ago. So, as the earth, is getting older, the people, and everything else within it is getting weaker and weaker, especially under the inhabitants thereof. So this is, I'm gonna get this quick video, and this is Willie D live, and I'll go ahead and subscribe. Again, I'm not receiving any monetary gain. I'm not even going to play the whole video. You can actually type this in and see the whole video, but I'm just going to play about 20 seconds of it.
Willie D Live.
What's up, family? Girl Scouts of America is being sued after a study found that 100% of the cookies tested contained metals and pesticides. Yeah, fam.
Yep. So, so this is thing, like it says, Joe Rogan. You have, as we've seen in the article, USA Today. And again, all of this is being ran by Esau Edom. And we have to consider how long has, these cookies have been sold, and the matter of people who've been greatly affected by the things that, again, which we eat. A lot of things, aren't what they say FDA approved, or they may be FDA approved. And whether they are or not, we still find that there are some certain issues with the things that we're consuming. So it's really only by the spirit of Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, that we are even alive. Let's see. Let me scripture come to mind. See if I can pull it up. And this is mainly for the elect. So the book of Mark, chapter 16, verse 18, it says, they shall take up serpents, and if they drink any deadly thing, it shall not hurt them. It says they shall lay hands on the sick and they shall recover. So it's just showing the elect, we're going to be in the midst amongst all the people as well, living the life, being exposed, to the elements of the air, the water, and eating things that could very well cause harm. Okay. And so that's why, brothers been pushing in these times we have to take much more care and more thought of our health. I can say personally, I've eaten and consumed things that, you know, I should definitely, that's a place that I need to work on myself. And of course, after keeping of the Passover and having some time to reflect and meditate on such things, and then seeing these videos, is definitely have put something within my spirit to work that much harder toward it. Now we're in the Feast of Unleavened Bread, a time to, have not take in yeast and things like these cookies and other things. So, and then Apostle Tahar also mentions like, hey, when the Feast of Unleavened Bread is done, take some time, and maybe consider going, further, going past that, So it's like really going into more of a lifestyle change, holistically, and praying to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai that we can continue to maintain, this healthier lifestyle, along with, his protection, first and foremost. So I'll finish with this last scripture. Actually, I had Isaiah chapter 24, verse 5. It says, the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, the current inhabitants that are managing the complete earth is Esau, Edom, this present day. He says, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinances, broken the everlasting covenant. And so in today's time, you see that, of course, like I mentioned before, like the land Sabbaths aren't being upheld the way animals should actually be, go into, the slaughterhouses and cut and handled. Is completely out of order. And you see how the chickens are being raised. Now, of course, again, we do what we can, as far as we eat chicken and we eat the beef and things like that. Even when we ate the lamb, not knowing how it was actually processed. So, of course, we're in this land, and again, like I said before, we have to deal with it just like the rest of the world. The only difference is that we have the knowledge and wisdom of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai to pray over our food. We know to do that first. We know to make better choices in what we consume. And so, I pray that from this point forward, I can do those things. The last scripture, this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 29, verse 2. It says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. And when you look, there's lawsuits. There are companies shutting down. There's mass firings and layoffs. But the people who claim to be the chosen are in the land, and there's a midst of a world's war. You have the stock markets taking major hits. So the people, the righteous, aren't in authority. Okay. The second part goes into what's going on. He says, and when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. And so this is why you're seeing on social media all throughout, people are complaining and many people have no hope of what of their job situations, economic situations, housing situations, their children, and things of that nature. And so it's because everything under the current inhabitants is being defiled. We're in the land of America, which is also known as Babylon, which is a land of confusion, which is why we have all this mess that's going on, and violence and death. So pretty soon, it'll all be changed when Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai returns. Actually, let me get this one to end. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter. Let me get the full chapter. Chapter 10, verse 1. A wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered. Because a prudent man is going to foresee things, see the evil, They're going to foresee things and work to make sure that the people are taken care of. One example that just came to mind was Joseph. And Joseph, when he was in the time of Egypt, there was a famine that was to come, and he actually helped the Egyptians at the time, the Pharaoh, how to prepare, for the famine to come. And so as a result, they fared well from that wise man. It says, verse 2, he says, as the judge of the people is himself, so are the officers. And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. So that vibration comes on from on high. So the things that are going on in this world is only by the vibration of the people that are ruling. Like brother always brings out, it's like the mother of, I think it was, I'll just say an elite, because I don't want to get wrong as far as what elite, but it was mothers of like these elites, and was saying that if her sons didn't want war, if her sons didn't want war, they wouldn't have war, pretty much, roughly paraphrasing. But and so that's why you have all these things going on. Okay. It says, verse 3, he says, an unwise king destroyeth his people. So you see, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. So when Yahushua returns, he's going to set up a righteous rulership, a righteous government. Last one, it says, the power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable. And of course, Yahushua is going to set up the house of David to rule the entire earth. And we're going to rule forever, even forever, Lord willing. I am part of that number. So I hope this lesson was edifying, uplifting, exhorting of some sort into the body of true believers. Before I end, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Raha HaKadosh. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered throughout the four corners of the globe. Till next time, all those listening and learning to you, I say Shalom.